So when we are struggling with pain in our body, there is that level of agitation in the whole system. Right? So the pain can kind of trigger a kind of overstimulation in the nervous system. And so we can feel revved, agitated. We can feel very um, disturbed by the pain, hyper focused on the pain, and quite agitated. One, because it can rev our thinking and rev our emotional responses in relationship to other areas of our life. And they can go together, right? That sometimes emotional influences in our life, big life circumstances, can impact our level of pain, and our level in pain can impact our capacity to deal with these bigger life situations. So let's just take a moment to one, just connect to the body, right? The kind of thinking about the body's connection to the nervous system, right? That we are predominantly sensory beings. We are constantly unconsciously assessing what's going on in our body to help us monitor our heartbeat, our digestion, our breath, as well as relationships, like how to navigate relationships, how to navigate work. And our response is motor, right? Kind of motor, through action, as well as sensitivity to sensation. I don't know if that makes sense, but let's play with influencing that sensitivity, right? By offering something soothing to the body. And when we offer something soothing, then sometimes it allows us to access our inner intelligence, our inner wisdom, the wisdom that says, what I need. This is what I need. But sometimes the pain is showing up to highlight that need, to highlight the underlying desire or the part of us that is kind of pushing forward through life because we're trying to be a good girl or a good person. We're trying to do what we were taught to do. And we're not being bad by ignoring ourselves, but we're often, again, that hypervigilance of trying to be good takes over into what is really needing care and attention. So let's just take a moment. You can sit, you can lay down. This will be a calming exercise. If you can, have your back supported, feeling your back supported either by the floor or chair. If you're on a couch, rather than rounding back into the couch, maybe laying flat on your back. And just take a moment with your eyes open, just letting your body settle, settling back into whatever support you're in. Under your hips, behind your back, maybe even behind your head. Just feeling yourself supported. Maybe even that your eyes, instead of looking forward, touching into the periphery of your vision, the sides of the room, the sense of the back of the room. Letting your eyes, your focus draw back. You can even bring one hand onto heart, one hand onto belly. And sometimes when somebody comes in with pain, I talk to them, or agitation, or something happening in their body that feels intense. They want to change it. Right, trying to just first soothe that part. Be closing your eyes. Can you still feel the room around you? The sense of what you were just looking at, the light, the objects. And as you were softening your vision, just the quality of the room, the safety of the room, the comfort of the room. You chose this room to listen to a video on how is it soothing to you, this space that you've created. Just noticing your breath. You have your two hands, maybe one on heart, one on belly. Just notice how your breath is meeting those hands. And there's no right answer. Sometimes our breath moves up higher in the chest, sometimes it moves lower in the belly. Again, that sense of support behind you. Maybe even just touching your awareness along the back line of your body, the back of your head and neck, the back of your rib cage, your lower back and waist, the back of your pelvis. You soften your shoulders and your jaw, let your lips separate. And what feels good in this moment? What feels soft? What feels good? What feels easy? Is there a sound or the temperature of the room? Or just the feeling of your back supported, your hands on your body. What feels good? Maybe there's just a sense of ease coming over you as you're settling, as your eyes are closed, as you're being guided to be with your body. And then sometimes we get the places that don't feel soft or easy, they get louder. Just noticing what shows up as uncomfortable or sharp, or dense, or held bound. And then can you hold both? Can you hold the place that feels good and soft and supported and easy, as well as the place that feels bound or sharp or dense? Good. And almost imagining a mother and child, or somebody with their pet, right? This nurturing quality, holding this, maybe it's an upset animal or an upset child or an upset friend or partner. Can you hold that part of yourself with such tender care? And maybe even gently ask, is there anything you would like to share? Is there anything you'd like to say? Right, this tender or sharp or agitated or sad or depleted part, whatever, however it feels. Maybe even just noticing that. So if it can't speak, just noticing the feeling. Then maybe there's just a little voice. I'm sad. I'm hurt. I'm tired. And again, as that loving presence, right? There's part of you that is very tender and part of you that is very present. Can you stay with both? Maybe just taking a moment to feel what feels safe, what feels good, feels big enough to hold both of you, all of you. And maybe just a moment of, I hear you. I hear that you're hurt. I hear that you're tired. I hear that you're depleted. And maybe just asking the second question, is there anything I can do? Again, this is when we have to be rooted in our presence, because sometimes that little voice, I need more of you. I need your kindness. Or I can't do this thing that you want me to do anymore. Whatever it is, work too hard, ignore feelings, put other people first. Whatever it is. Just take one more moment. Again, just settling back into what's big enough to hold all of you. Wise enough, soft enough, vast enough, present enough. And feeling the support of your back and your hips, your legs, your breath. Gently, slowly. Maybe just using your hands, just a little gentle rub on the chest or the belly. Just a tender, I see you. And I honor your request and I will try. Do the best I can. Staying in this tender space just for one more moment and maybe calling in a guardian, a guide, an angel, a forest, a meadow, a garden full of flowers. Letting yourself, both of you, all of you, be held. And then gently and slowly, just bring hands together and squeeze hands. Squeeze your arms, maybe open your eyes and look around your space. Just a little gentle pressure on your legs and feet, chest, face, head, just gentle, gentle. And just noticing what arose for you. If you want to take a moment and just write for a few moments what came up. Notice how you feel. Good. And let this relationship develop, strengthen. Right, that part of our symptoms are just, right, our body, our, not even just our body, our heart, our soul, kind of yearning or calling us, kind of calling us out from whatever pattern we've been stuck in. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach